Hi, welcome back to another edition of Slink Paint Gaming. What's up?
What's going on, Berto?
I got Ryan in front of me here, and everybody's like, probably, what the heck are we playing? We are playing some Star Wars Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's still Star Wars, so you guys are good.
Yes, it is still Star Wars, but we wanted to play at least one game of this tonight, kind of show you the mechanics. We've been getting into it pretty heavy here, and it's actually a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
I like the mechanics of it. I mean, when I first started playing at the demo at the Worlds, it was kind of a little wonky. It was like, you know, like the whole action thing going back and forth. I'm like, I can't do that? No, you have to wait for your next turn. I'm like, damn it. You can't layer up actions and stuff like that.
It's a combination of several different games.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Let me just turn these up just a hair. All right, that sounds even better. All right, so you got your deck on my. What kind of deck you're playing here?
All right, so I'm running a control deck.
A control deck,
and a mill deck. So it's a Padme Amidala, and then just a basic Padwan and a Rebel Trooper.
Okay, really? So this is going to be very interesting here because I am playing a FU deck. You know what that means?
That means Jango Fett.
Yeah, Jango Fett, which everybody I think hates. And Jango Fett with 2 First Order Stormtroopers. My list is actually below in the description, so if you guys want to see that, you could definitely take a look at that. I don't know why I'm looking at my cards here. And then, so I have a Jango Fett, and basically it's a lot of different supports for Jango Fett, but the real behind my deck is all the First Order Stormtroopers. When everybody sees my Jango Fett double dice, they want to go for that first. And I'm kind of telling you my secrets and strategy, but that's okay. But then I load up my Stormtroopers, and they just become just as nasty.
It's okay. I go for the Stormtroopers.
You go for the Stormtroopers?
I try. With this deck, I'm
getting phone calls already. All right, and then I'm using Imperial Army on that, and you got the command center. All right,
so you want to go over just a quick little recap. So everybody starts out with your character cards. You pick a team.
Yep.
The cards are worth certain points. So like the Padawan itself is worth 8. Padme Amidala, she is a special character. You can run her with 1 dice for 10 points, or 2, like I'm running her for 14 points.
Right.
And you build your team up to 30 points.
Yes, and then the unique characters and the battlefield are not included in the 30 cards that you have in here. Right. And then basically the whole thing is action based. Whoever will basically decide who goes first. We actually roll all of our dice that are active, and then count up the numbers. Right. So I got a 2, 1, a 1, and a 1.
So it looks like you've got 5.
5.
So I need at least a 5.
At least a 5.
That's not going to happen. I've got a 3.
All right. So, and your battlefield is
you
claimed.
want to play on it.
I don't know if I want to play on that because it says each opponent discards top 2 cards of their deck, and I know you're playing a control deck. So this whole point of a control deck is he wants to get rid of cards, block my cards, and make me spend cards. So I'm actually going to now. This is my choice, an initiative, because if I choose the battlefield, it means I go first. He gets 2 shields right off the bat. So that's the balance back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to choose Imperial Army because I do not want that control in my life there at all.
So that means that my characters will get 2 shields and that I will go second.
Yes, and Jacob over there says hello. What's up, boys?
Hey, Jake.
And I got Michael Cooney on. You got Nicholas Edwards. I got a whole bunch of guys on here. And he said I would take it and give him 2 shields. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually going to give him 2 shields. And check out those shields. If you guys do want to know, we are selling Sling Paint tokens. We got resource tokens and what have you, shield tokens, you name it, damage markers and all that good stuff. All right, so you got it. I'm going to take my 2 resource tokens. You take 2 resource tokens. And we both start off with 5 cards. And we can look at them, and then we can discard and put it back in the pile, what we don't want, shuffle it, and get whatever new cards up to 5. Only once we can do that. So I'm looking. And I'm
going to keep 4 and discard 1.
I'll try not to look at that as much as I can. So I'm not cheating. Because I could have a little camera over there that shows me the view here. You're taking how many?
I'm taking 4.
4? Wow. I am going to... I'm going to take 4 as well. So this is where it gets interesting because you're allowed only 1 discard. But you're not discarding, you're just putting it back in your pile. So I'm actually kind of happy about that because I don't lose my cards and get decked out. And the only there's 2 ways you can win here. There's one, you can deck out and you have 30 cards. And you deck out of there. or you destroy all the characters. That's the two ways to win. All right, that's pretty interesting. I'll roll with that. All right, so I'm going to go first. And what I am going to do right off the bat, I'm going to save that card. I'm going to do infantry grenades on that Stormtrooper, paying the 2 resources.
Okay.
And that will give me this die. So that basically now, when I activate it, I roll both dice for this, which is pretty cool. I like that. All right, you're up.
I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass. Wow, already.
Well, I'm passing my action.
Yeah, you're passing your action.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
interesting.
I'm not done.
All right. That's interesting. I never had that happen to me yet before. Nobody's passed before. And you're allowed to pass, and if there's 2 passes that occur, the round ends, and basically you can start over again. So I don't know if he's trying to pass on purpose for me to pass on also as well, so then he gets 2 resources the next go-around. So this is all the things that go through my head here.
Well, you got to remember that I'm not going straight for damage.
That's right, yeah, because you're doing a lot of control.
And I'll play more reactive.
Okay. All right, so I am going to, you know what? I'm going to activate my first Stormtrooper, which I can't say activate or tap. This is actually called exhaust in this game because some people will be sued if they did it that way. All right, I'm going to spend, I got blank, and then I also got a 2 range. So the 2 range allows me to send 2 attack die. Now he goes.
Now I get to go.
Yep.
So what I will do is
Mikey Mac Hughes basically says, I've been watching Destiny videos all day. I get a notification that you're live. Life is good. Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
I'm going to spend a resource.
Okay.
To play defensive stance.
What is that crap? What is that?
And give my character 2 shields.
Give your character 2 shields. Now, you can only have 3 shields max on each character.
Right. So I can't stack them.
Right. Okay.
Which is unfortunate.
All right. So let's see here. I am going to... I don't know what I want to do. I am going to... You know what? I'm just going to tap the Stormtrooper. All right. Another 2 ranged.
Okay.
And so 2 range and 2 range. Anything that's similar on the dice, you can spend it in 1 action. So if I want to do spend 4 range right now, it can send all the dice in all at the same exact time.
So I'm going to play ambush.
Okay.
Ambush, or not ambush, unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
It's an ambush ability. So
Okay.
We'll get into that in
That means you can, yep.
So the ability is re-roll a die.
Yep.
I'm just going to go ahead and choose this guy.
How dare you? You want me to re-roll that die? I hope I get another 2. Oh, I got a 2 with a resource.
All right.
Okay. And then basically that little resource mark on the bottom basically says that in order to make that attack happen, I got to spend 1 resource. Everybody says something's crackling. I don't hear crackling on my headset. My headset sounds clean. I don't know.
Is it when both of us talk? Or is it just me or just you?
I don't see crackling on my mics. I don't see crackling going up. Though does the headphones went to pre-release for this. Okay, it's good now. Okay, good.
Okay. I thought maybe somebody was eating a bowl of cereal and trying to listen at the same time.
All right, so ambush. You played ambush, or maybe re-roll, and you get another action because of
No,
that.
I
That's
get
the whole
another action.
ambush. Okay.
So for my action, what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate
oh crap.
my trooper. Now
Okay.
he's got a guardian ability.
Yep.
So before I activate, I can resolve a die against him.
Okay.
So I'm going to resolve your
Two
Stormtrooper
damage,
die to
yep.
do 2 damage.
Yep. So 1 shield
So
and
he'll
1
take off the
damage.
shield and he'll take off
Okay.
the damage.
That's the guardian ability.
And then he'll activate.
Now, because he activated Jango's ability, it says after an opponent activates a character, we may activate this character. I'm going to do that and activate. Oh, I'm losing a die. And I got 1 + 1 resource. And the interesting part about this is because that was not my turn, I get to go now, my regular turn. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to spend those 2 resources. Now, anytime you see a plus sign with blue, it requires its black counterpart to basically allow it to be spent at the same time. So I am getting 2 resources, which I'm going to put 2 resources on the board for myself here. Now you go. Now he's thinking here. And they said these games usually last about 30 minutes. I have never seen a person. Oh, he's activating.
Activating.
Oh, that wasn't activated. So what'd you get there?
I
So
got
he's
two focus. So I got
4 focuses,
Or 4
actually.
focus.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot of focuses right there. And focus basically allows you to manipulate one of your dice to be whatever, turn a die to a new side. So it's actually a very good control deck for internally as well. And he's still thinking, you're good, you're right.
That's my action.
That was your action.
So now it is your action.
Oh, decisions, what do I want to do? I am... You know what? I'm gonna discard 1 card, and I can re-roll my active dice. So I'm gonna re-roll these 2.
Okay.
All right. Oh, 2 range, blank. And that's the cool part about discarding, but you got to be careful when you discard cards. What that basically means is you're losing cards and you can potentially deck out. And that actually happened to me playing. I was playing my daughter. My daughter's actually getting into this game. and I got decked out because I kept on re-rolling dice left and right. Okay. Next thing I know, my deck was empty and she had still a whole deck.
So I'm going to spend a resource to play Negotiate.
Negotiate.
So what I'll do is it says for me to remove a die.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So I'm going to remove this die.
Remove that die, okay.
And then it's going to force you to remove 2 dice.
What? I don't like that. All right, so I'm going to remove that die and remove that die. All right, and it means...
And that is my action.
And that is your action. That is your action. I am going to... You know what I'm doing? I'm going to claim the battlefield.
Okay.
And it says play an upgrade from your hand, decreasing its cost by 1. I'm going to play the F-10 rifle, which is 1 resource because it's 2, but because I claimed the battlefield. So it's 1 resource, and I am done.
Okay.
You done too?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm going to activate my Padwan now.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do is she's got 2 focuses, so I'll...
So just so everybody knows, so that's activating was 1 turn, 1 action. But because I'm done, I claim the battlefield. It means I'm done. I can't do anything else. He continues to keep doing actions until he's done, until he passes.
Right.
So that was 1 action. Go ahead.
Yep, so that was 1 action. So my second action will be I'll spend a focus. She's got a 2 focus, so I can re-roll 2 dice to do anything that I want. So I'm just going to change both of them to resources.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go ahead and collect 2 resources.
Nice. Well done.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. All right. And then so turn's over. That was turn 1.
So everything
gets reset. This is where the interesting part is. I claim the battlefield. It means I go first, so we get 2 resources every new turn. So now I got 3 resources, and he's got 4. And then we draw up to 5 cards. And we can discard cards if we don't like them in our hands, but I like to save them. Depends. So I'm going to discard. I got 3 new cards. That's funny. I got the same exact card twice and one pull there. Yes, the boosters are $3. You can get a whole box for about, anywhere from $90 to $90 give and take, depending on where you go. All right, so I go first. I am going to... I don't know what I want to do. You know what? I'm going to play Probe. Okay? Probe is a 0 cost. Look at 2 random cards in the opponent's hand and discard any of those cards that are events. Oh, he's shuffling his cards and making it random. What 2 cards do I want? I want these 2 cards.
Okay.
If they are events, they get discarded.
Well, guess what? I have an event deck, so take your pick.
No, they both get discarded.
Oh, they both get discarded?
Yes, just discard any of those cards that are events.
Oh, well, there you go.
So what'd you lose?
I lost Let the Wookiee Win.
Okay.
Which forces me, or it allows me to force the opponent to either deal 2 damage to one of their exhausted characters,
okay,
or remove 2 of their dice.
Yep.
And then Strategic Planning, which allows me to ready or exhaust a support.
Ah, so those are gone. All right. I like my probe cards.
All right.
especially when people play control decks.
So I'm going to spend 4 resources.
Oh, this is going to hurt right here. 4 resources. That means he's got something good in his hand.
I'm going to
Diplomatic immunity.
give diplomatic immunity to Padme.
Okay.
And diplomatic immunity also comes with a die. So now this die is added to her die pool
Yep.
when I roll.
Just very similar to what we did here. Exactly. Yep.
And that will be my turn.
That'll be your turn. All right. I am going to... You know what? I'm going to play the First Order TIE Fighter. Now, this is a support vehicle. It's not a character, so it doesn't get damaged, but it gives me a separate die.
And now that he took away strategic planning.
Uh-huh. So there's my... I'm 3 resources for that.
I'm going to go ahead and activate the Queen.
Oh, activates the Queen. So he gets 4 shields. Oh, my God. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to activate my Jango because of his ability, because he did that. 2 and 1 resource. I am going to immediately take my regular action now. And my regular action is I am going to... Oh, I have a funny feeling this is going to hurt me, but... Oh, what do I want to do? I'm going to activate this guy as my regular action. Oh, yes. Okay.
All right, so for my action, I will play Unpredictable on that die, which makes you re-roll it.
The gray one?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, unpredictable. It's a 0 cost.
0 cost.
As his action. Oh, it's
Nope.
same thing. It rolled on the same thing.
So close to being a blank.
Yeah.
It is an ambush, so I immediately get to take another action.
Yes, you do.
So we're just going to go ahead and use the shields.
Okay. Oh, he's shielding up.
3 to the trooper.
Wow.
And 1 to the Padawan.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot of shields. Diplomatic immunity.
And that is my action.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually, for my action, I'm going to spend that Jedi Force ability there. Well, it's not a Force, whatever, special ability. I'm going to deal 2 damage to each of your opponent's characters, but I discard this upgrade from play.
Is it 2 damage?
No.
Does it go through shields?
No. It goes does not go through shields.
Okay.
So it's just shields on some of them. So
okay,
actually, this is just
we'll do 2 here.
1 shield goes
We'll do
away.
2 here, and then we'll just do the shield and 1 damage here.
Yep. All right, and I'm, strategically, I think I played that just because I wanted to get away from some of his damage that he got there. All right, you go.
Okay. I will.
This is where it gets interesting. So we keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I'll go ahead and activate the Padawan.
Okay. That's a
Okay.
1 melee damage. I'm going to activate... Oh, where's my... Oh, where's my dice?
There you go.
There we go. That's my dice for it. I'm going to activate my First Order Stormtrooper. 2, 1.
Oh, this is not good.
And this is what I like about my deck. It's a whole lot of firepower.
So yeah, I'll activate him
Okay.
to make you. So we'll go ahead and deal damage to the trooper.
And that was because of the Guardian ability. It
Right.
takes damage
Right,
to
the trooper has a guardian
remove
ability.
my
So
die.
before I activate him, I can just resolve a damage die on him.
Yep. Now, does that resolve a 2 damage to him?
Yes. He had a shield on him.
Oh, he had a shield.
So he
okay.
took a shield and another damage.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually spend the 2 like resources to get 2 resources back.
Okay.
Now you're up.
Well, before you punk something, I'm going to spend 2 resources to get 2 resources back.
Ah, nice. I am going to enable my TIE Fighter.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. 2 range, 2 range, 2 range. Yeah.
So why don't you just go ahead and take
1 damage?
no, discard a card.
Discard a card.
Discard a card from your hand.
Discard which one you want.
I don't like this one in the middle.
All right, that's all in.
All in? Okay, thank God, because I do not like that card. And that will be my action.
That will be your action. All right, so this is what do I want to do here? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to... So that was your action, was to do that. Wait, what gave you that what that ability? That was the...
Padme's.
Padme's disc. Okay, so that... You're damaging yourself. You know what? I'm going to spend my 2 resources because this one costs a resource to do. That one costs a resource to do.
Okay.
So that's 2 damage because they're all like the symbols. So I can do 2, 4, 6 damage, which will knock Padwan out. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So Padawan's gone. Spent my 2 resources. Those dice are gone. All right. So his Padawan's gone.
I will claim.
All right. So you're claiming the battlefield. All right, and you can have the battlefield. All right, so I'm done too as well. So
Okay.
all right, so reset. So this is turn number 3 now.
I'm discarding 1 to go ahead and draw 5.
So much for I got Ruben Me says so much for heading for my hobby store tonight. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool, addicting game. Actually, and you know what I like about this game? I like this game because I can play it at lunch. You know,
Right.
I can also take, I love me some X-Wing, don't get me wrong, and I will never go away from X-Wing. I love X-Wing. But I like this game because it's light. I can just grab a deck and my tokens and I'm done. All right, so I'm going to just draw up to 5 cards here in my hand.
Now, are we allowed to discard any of these?
You can discard, before you draw, you can discard the ones you don't like and you draw. Yep. All right, so you go first.
I go first. I think I'm going to go ahead and activate Padme.
All right. That looks good. Yeah, you're good.
You sure?
Yeah,
I
good.
was going to say, because it was kind of cocked.
Yeah,
and
you're
I know
good.
how people are. So
I'm
just gonna
fine with
get
that.
used to that.
All right. So because he acted Padme, I get Jango's ability to automatically activate. And see, this is the interesting 1 resource, but I need a plus sign and then 1 melee damage.
Right.
All right, so you think Ruben Me, you think a 10-year-old can learn this? I have a son that loves Star Wars. Absolutely. My daughter is 7, and she's been playing with me since it pre-released, and she's been playing almost every night with me. It took a little bit understanding the strategy, but then she built actually a very similar, I was telling Ryan, a Padme deck. Actually, she had a Padme Princess Leia deck that she was playing with. So, yes, answer your question. All right, so you just activated, but I go because that was ability.
You activated for Jango.
I'm going to probe.
Okay.
So show me some card, lovin'.
Can I just give them to you?
Yeah, sure.
I can
Probe is to look at 2 random cards in an opponent's hand and discard those cards if they are events. I'm going to go with these 2 right here.
Thank God.
Are they events?
They are not events.
Ah, that sucks. Damn it. So sometimes that doesn't work. But it's a good hand just to get to screw with your
So what I'm going to do
opponent. What do you got?
is
I've got my 2 resources.
I'm going to go ahead. No, you can just leave them out because I'm going to take her diplomatic immunity and remove your 2 resources.
Remove my 2 resources. Okay. If I have to do the 2 resources. All right. Diplomatic. What does diplomatic immunity exactly say? What's the verbiage?
What's that?
What's the text on the card?
The shields from this die can be given to any of your characters, distributed as you wish. And she's a die roll.
And she's a die roll. And then you use the disrupt, which is basically
the disrupt.
Discard resources.
Yep. And that's, you've got it over there.
Yep. Okay.
And that will be my action.
Actually, yeah, these are actually because they're double-sided. All right, so I go... I'm going to activate the Stormtrooper.
Okay.
You go. So
I will spend 4
Oh, here we go.
for diplomatic immunity.
Another diplomatic immunity. Jesus Christ.
And that will be my action.
I need the TO. TO, is this illegal that he can have that many? Yes, you're actually, the whole rule is you can actually have 2 each. And it is on Tabletop Simulator. I heard some people were a little weird of it, but
It's new.
yeah.
Give it a little bit.
All right, so I go, right?
Yeah.
What do I want to do?
So right now I feel
Yes.
like I'm on the defensive.
You are, I think, because you just lost one of your characters.
You took out my Padawan, which was the one that I didn't want you to take out. I had a card in my hand ready for that card, so that was a smart move on blowing her just right up.
I was looking at the dice. I'm like, because he's a guardian. I'm like, he's gonna hurt himself. I mean, wasting 1 damage. I can knock 1 right off the board without wasting a damage. That was my thought. All right, so Stormtrooper, and plus I know her ability. I know how you can stack her up. So in activating the Stormtrooper, I get a 2 range. Nice.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and activate.
Okay. Whoa, crap.
Okay.
All right, I am going to... So this is arranged with a resource. I'm actually going to do 3 damage to you.
Okay.
I'm not going to spend that because I don't have a resource.
Right.
So 3 damage to that.
Okay. 3 damage on it.
Yep. So that's 5.
So I'm going to go ahead.
That's what I figured you were going to do next. That's why I wanted to get the damage in there.
There you go.
Oh, I should have played. You know what? I should have done something. All right. I messed up. I should have done. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like you, and I don't like you either. I'm a wanted man on something different systems.
I forgot about that card.
Yeah, I had that card, and I should have played it because I would have trumped that die
true.
right there. See, this is what happens when you make mistakes, boys and girls. Characters can even up
I
to
have to
30
take
characters.
the mistakes right now.
I am going to activate my TIE Fighter. Oh, of course, a blank.
I am going to just go ahead and make you mill 1.
Which one do you want me to mill?
It's from your deck to your graveyard.
Oh, please be on. Okay, I can live with that one. All right, so you milled 1 because of her Padme's ability. I am going to re-roll all 4 dice here.
Okay.
And I get 1, 2, 2, 1 resource.
I don't like that roll.
Yes.
So as my action, I will play Scramble.
Okay, what does that do?
Spot a yellow character to reroll all of an opponent's dice.
You
So just go
suck
ahead and
ass. Those,
reroll
I mean, I
all
would
of
have
them
killed you
again.
the next shot. You know
I
that,
know,
right? Look at
exactly.
that. 1 range, 2 5. We got 3 shields plus the 2. Damn it. To all of these?
Yes.
All right, I'm
all
going
of
to.
those.
I just have to make sure. I'm going to re-roll these good because I want something good. And, oh, Jesus. All right, that's not what I wanted, but that's I'll live with that.
And that's my action.
That sucks. I had it. That was your action, huh?
It was.
I can't do that, so you know what? You know what? I'm going to spend this one and this one to get 2 resources.
Okay. I'm going to discard to reroll both of my dice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to discard my Disarm card and reroll these 2 dice. Okay.
I'll go ahead and use her ability to make you discard another card into your graveyard from your
Damn
library.
it. From here to there? Oh, damn you, my speeder bike.
There's the speeder bike.
Oh, my speeder bike goes away. I don't like this. Loving this Padme deck, yes. If I would have got the list enough time, I would have put it up for you guys. Because, Berto, I heard you are going to X-Wing Regional in Cleveland. When did you hear this? Because I didn't know I was going to. Actually, you know what? So far I heard that I was going to Hawaii,
Okay.
Macon. Now I heard Tennessee. That's the Cleveland one. and some New York, like northern New York
Do you
one or
just
something like
go like through the force?
that. Yeah, I wish I could. My God, if you guys buy more tokens and do the
GoFundMe.
not the GoFundMe, you know what, maybe we should do
Berto's World Tour.
Berto's World Tour.
World Tour.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Tour Fanier.
Just you know what, because I don't like something for nothing, so I'm a big thing. If you buy tokens and a lot of tokens, and also click on a lot of viewerships on the videos here on the ads, I can potentially go. All right, so I go, right?
Your turn, yes,
All
sir.
right, I'm going to. Crap. You know what? I'm going to do 2 damage to that. Take the 2 shields off.
Okay.
Okay, you go.
I'm going to claim.
Okay, so your claim, you're done. I'm going to do 1 damage.
Okay.
And since I still go, but I have nothing to do, I'm actually done.
Okay.
All right, so I got 2 resources, so now I'm going to have 4. Let's put these right up. And I am going to... I have 2 cards in my hand, so I'm going to play 3 to get the total 5 cards in your hand. And, of course... All right, so this is interesting. I don't know if you guys can see those cards in my hand there. All right, so you go first, sir.
Okay, the first thing I want to do is play Field Medic. It heals 2 damage from a character. So we're going to heal 2 on the trooper.
What is that crap?
I've only got 1 in my deck, so
Oh,
I need
my
another
God. Medic. Medic. So now you're up to 3 damage because I was going to destroy you this turn.
I know. I've got to stay alive.
I like your deck because it's manipulating my deck, but I'm putting a lot of damage
It's almost
through.
there. There's still a few more cards
Tweaks
I'd like
it.
to try and get in there. But for a pre-release and just being
Playing
able to
around?
get
Absolutely,
these
yeah.
cards, like I'm really happy with this deck so far.
All right, what do you got? That's it. So that's you. I'm
That's
going
me.
to... Oh, what do I want to do? You know what? I'm going to activate this guy.
Blank, blank.
First order.
I'll take it.
Oh, my God. See, this is the control that he's talking about. See that crap? I don't like that crap.
And that is my activation.
That is your activation. I'm going to activate Jenga because of that ability.
Okay. I'm glad you called that because I wasn't going to remind you.
Ouch. And I am going to then take my action. And you know what? I'm going to do this as soon as I can. So I'm going to take the 3 damage right to your trooper.
Okay.
So that goes away. That goes away. All right, you're up.
I'm going to go ahead and activate my trooper.
Activating the trooper. So 2 focus, 2 focus. I like that 2 focus. That's crazy. You could change pretty much to focus. You can change any dies that on your side that you want, which is nasty. Nasty, nasty. All right, I am going to... you know, I'm going to activate my TIE Fighter.
Okay.
Oh, blank.
I'm going to spin the focus to change 2.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
And that's my activation.
That's your activation?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to remove... I'm going to play He Doesn't Like You.
Okay.
Remove one of your dice to remove one of the opponent's dice. I'm going to basically get rid of that shield.
Okay.
Get rid of that shield, and I'm going to move that die.
Okay.
So you're up.
I am going to just go ahead and deal 2 damage to the trooper right there.
2 damage to the trooper.
It's the first
That's
damage I've
1.
gone.
I know. I
All
just
game.
noticed that. It is the first one. So 2 damage to the trooper. Okay.
And that is mine.
Some guy spamming my ball here. Do I need to delete people?
Delete him.
Yeah, some guy's like, I don't know. It's like I need 50 subscribers or some shit. All right. I don't know what I want to do. What do I want to do? You know what? I'm going to, I'm going to get rid of this card to re-roll these 2 dice. Oh, really? Why does it got to be that? Really? Why got blanks? All right, you're up.
So I'm going to spend a resource.
Oh, what are you going to do?
I'm going to play Let the Wookiee Win.
Okay, what does that do again?
It forces you to choose either to deal one of your exhausted characters 2 damage or remove 2 of your dice.
Really?
Yes.
One of my exhausted
One of your
characters.
exhausted characters.
You know what? I'm going to give that to Jenga.
Okay.
You said 2, right?
Yes.
If I can get it out here. That's 3. I don't want 3.
That was a bad call on my part.
Why was that bad call on your part?
Shouldn't have spent the last resource, maybe.
Well,
I've got these handy dandy lightsabers in my hand that I'm going to go ahead and show you. But there's a dead Padawan that can't use them.
yes, that's true.
And I think that that's the part of the deck that I kind of need to get away from.
Okay.
Is because I'm not offensive with this deck.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, I'm going to spend my resource here. That's 3 damage.
Go ahead and kill
And
it.
kill that trooper once and for all. So that goes, spends my resource. That goes away. So now you're down to Padme.
Just the Padme.
I'm hurt. I got 2 damage on Jango. I got 2 damage on this Stormtrooper that has the F-10 rifle on it.
So I'm going to go ahead and just make you mill 2.
All right, so he's using the Padme's ability, so mill 2. Oh, I like that promotion. I got rid of promotion. Oh, screw you. All my dice rolling stuff.
Nothing happened.
Oh. Damn it. You know what? I am going to... I really don't want to do that. I'm going to take cover, put a shield on my Jenga.
Okay. I'm going to claim.
All right, so you're claiming. I'm going to do another take cover. I'm going to put a shield on my Jenga.
Okay.
And so that's my 2 take covers. And then I'm going to... Oh. All right, you know what? I'm going to pass, so I'm done.
All right. Well, I'm going to discard 1.
All right, you are discarding 1?
I am going to discard 1.
All right, so I'm getting my 2 resources, so I'm up to 5 resources here. Everything gets... I didn't spend that die because it was a blank, and I didn't really want to do anything with it. Oh, I forgot my Stormtrooper. He was up already.
Oh, totally.
Oh,
Roll
see?
it just to see what would have happened.
Yeah, let's see what it rolls. I just want to see curious.
would've been 1
1
damage.
damage, 1 shield. All right, so you claim, so you go first, and I'm going to draw my cards here. Oh, funny. Oh, there we go. Oh, see, this is the cards I want. Yes. Let the hate flow. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
All right, go for it.
I've got to try and
Activating.
and
You got to try something here.
keep her surviving here. All right. I think I can deal with that.
All right, so I'm going to activate Jenga because you deactivated that.
Right.
That's what I don't need, resources. All right, so I'm going to take my other... I'm going to spend 2 resources for Underworld Connections, which allows me to exhaust this support, which is turning it. And I keep it every turn, and I get an extra resource, which is pretty nice.
Okay.
All right, you go.
I'm going to go ahead and just give her some shields. Beefcake her out.
Oh, you're not going to like what's in my hand here. I'm just letting you know.
I know.
All right, turning the Stormtrooper. Oh, yes. 2 range damage, 2 range, plus 1 resource. Yes. Hey, look who just joined us. Blake just joined us.
Welcome, Blake.
We just had to do a Destiny run, so Blake is joining us. He's been getting into Destiny. Actually, a lot of people here have been getting into Destiny.
Go ahead. I'm going to spend a resource.
Okay.
And her ability to make you mill 2 now.
Where'd that come from?
It's her ability. I can use her ability straight up for 1, or I
Right.
can spend a resource in her ability for 2.
I don't like that crap. So 2 cards?
Yeah.
Dude, you're killing me here. Oh, unpredictable and aim. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? How many is she? Like, what's her health?
10.
She's a
full.
10. All right, I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna activate my Stormtrooper here.
Okay.
1. Go ahead.
No.
Who's on the phone?
Games Workshop.
Oh, nice. What are you thinking, Ryan?
Oh, was it my activation?
Yeah, I activated roll this.
Oh,
Remember?
okay.
So this is going to be interesting here.
I don't
There is
really
so much
know.
going on this card game, and I thought Magic was bad. It's actually not that bad compared. I mean, Magic. I mean, it's got a lot of layers to it. This
Magic
is
does.
yeah. I mean,
This will.
this will right exactly. But coming in from the ground up, 100 was it 150 cards, 160 cards they
think
came
so,
out with.
around 150. 160.
There's a lot of things going on, but honestly, it's just all you got to remember: action, 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 action. And if there's abilities, but
There's already a wiki up with all the cards.
yes, and there's also swdestinydb.com
Yep,
is a
that's
list
database,
builder.
and that's a list builder.
Yep. Actually, we're going to create a resource page. All right, so what did you got your
I
resource?
went ahead and got a resource.
All right, I'm going to activate here and do my TIE Fighter. 2 damage. You go.
I'm in a pickle, so let's play Don't Get Cocky.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Everybody gets to
So I get
to
2
draw.
cards?
Yeah.
Okay. I liking this.
I was going to say, it's all I got.
That's it for right now. All right,
That
so
is
I
it for
go.
right now.
I'm going to. I'm going to say go for the kill. Resolve one of your dice showing range damage, treating this damage as unblockable. So this will go straight through behind shields.
Okay, so just 2
Unblockable,
damage.
2 damage. Yep.
Okay.
Jango Trooper.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and spend 2
2
for
resources.
dodge.
Okay, what are
and
you dodging?
It'll remove all.
Are you shitting me? All?
those.
Where does that say all from? Remove? Oh, you suck. It removes them. I don't like that. Oh, man. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, he is playing my mill deck, but I took 2 of his characters
He's
already.
already got 2. I'm just holding on.
He's holding on
I'm
to dear
living on a
life.
prayer right now.
All right. I'm going to hunker down on
Okay.
him.
I'll claim.
You're claiming the battlefield, so it means you are done. So I'm going to exhaust my hunker down and gets me a shield. Shield for the trooper. We need some shields. Then I'm going to hunker down on... let's hunker down on Jenga.
On the Django.
Yep, that was one action. Then I'm going to spend my action to hunker down to put a shield on Jenga. So he's up to 3 max.
Quit cheating.
Then I'm going to basically I'm going to play aim, which is turn one of your dice to size to showing the range damage. So I'm going to turn this one to 2 range damage. That's that. Because then you're still out. So I'm going to go for the kill. Resolve one of your dice showing range damage, treating the damage as unblockable. So that goes unblockable, 2 more damage. So now you're down to 6 health, but you got 3 shields. And then I'm going to... And then when you do Guardian, it's the whole Guardian things is you take 1 damage.
So yeah, so the way Guardian works is before you activate your character,
Right.
you can choose to take a damage from one of my dice and resolve it onto that Guardian.
Okay.
And then he activates.
All right. So that's nothing. You know what? I'm just going to do this and spend the resource, get the extra resource.
Get your resource.
And then I'm going to exhaust this support to get another resource.
Okay.
And everybody's activated. Everybody's done. So I'm loaded up here.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to spend.
So everything-
Even the hunker downs get unturned, which is nice because that's
I'm going
every
to go
turn.
ahead and discard 2 cards.
All right, you're discarding 2 cards, and I'm actually going to draw 1, 2, 3, actually 4. Look what happened. I have no more cards in my deck, but as long as there's cards in my hand, I'm alive. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, I know. We're here to midnight, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm going to start my turn off by...
Everybody's saying game over. Well, game over is when the cards are out of my hand and milled out. So when they're out of my hand, I got 5 cards in my hand.
I'm going to pass.
You're passing?
Passing.
All right. You know what? I'm going to do... Can I put 2 F-10 rifles on the same guy?
I don't see why not.
Right? Because they're not uniques.
They're not uniques.
You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it separately. So spend the 2 resources for the F-10.
Okay.
That gives me that F-10 rifle. Okay, go ahead.
Going to go ahead and activate.
All right.
Oh, right there into the old hibbity-bibbity.
All right, so because he activated, I'm going to get to activate Jenga for free. I'm rolling Jenga. Jenga's got all that stuff. Discard all his resources.
I'm going to pass.
I can't discard his resources.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass again?
I'm going to pass.
All right, I'm going to play infantry grenades, spending 2 resources. 3 dice.
I'm going to pass.
You're passing again?
Passing again.
What is this mayhem?
I just need you to use all your cards and survive. If I can survive, I win.
All right, I'm going to spend this, roll these 2 dice.
Now, what does that do?
All right, so that ability is force an opponent to deal 2 damage to their characters, distributing the damages as they wish. But you only have 1 character, so.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So I can spend a resource.
Yes, what are you doing?
Go ahead and get rid of that.
What's that do? Let me see it.
Electroshock.
Electric shock, spot a yellow character to remove a die showing value 2 or lower. So I'm getting rid of this card.
No, it's just removing.
Oh, it's removing a die. Oh, okay, just removing a die from play. Okay. Dual wielded pistols. That's what I thought. I think you can just do that. Ruben means like 1 more turn. I don't know, man. This is getting close here because he's fully health up, but he's got 4 damage. All right, so I go, right?
It's your turn, yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to activate, so I get 3 dice. Oh, not what I want to see, but that's okay. A blank, a resource, and 1 range damage.
Okay. I'm going to discard to re-roll both of these.
Okay. Just throwing his dice all over the place. He's
All
pissed
over
off.
you.
He's pissed off.
All over you. That was just. I'm sorry. So your turn.
All right. I'm going to activate my TIE Fighter. 2 range. You're up.
Okay. I'm going to spend this
To get a resource.
to get a resource back,
Okay.
and it'll be your turn.
I'm going to 1 Jenga, that one, 4 damage.
So you'll
So
do
it's
4
3
damage?
shields and 1 damage. So
Okay.
you're down to 5, but you got a 3 dice shield
do.
showing from Princess
Which is
Leia.
exactly what's coming out
It's
next.
going to come out next. So that one's
So
spent,
she's gonna
and that
spend
one's
that.
spent.
To get her 3 shields back.
Oh, I did 1 damage though. I did 1 damage. Okay. All right, I'm up. I'm going to do Underworld Connections to get a resource. Okay. You're up.
I pass.
I'm going to exhaust Hunker Down to give me a shield on this Stormtrooper. Now it has 2 shields. This one's got 3 shields. Jango Fett's got 3.
Okay.
And you go.
Pass.
He's passing. He's trying to stay alive here.
I've got to stay alive.
He's got to stay alive. All right.
I've got a couple tricks in my hand, and if I play this right, I think I can survive.
I don't know. Well, I'm going to spend these to get my 2 resources, so 2 more resources.
Okay.
All right, so I spent 2. All right, got my resources from those cards. So that's spent. That's spent. All right, you go. Stop playing cards,
pass.
Berto. You're making me nervous. I stopped playing.
I'll pass
You
again.
passed again? Okay. I got 2 blanks showing. I spent that. Can't spend that because I already got 3 shields on it. I'm going to claim the battlefield.
Okay, so it resets.
Resets. Well, you still go because you passed. I claimed. Do you want to pass or do you want to continue?
I'll pass.
Okay, so I claimed. We get 2 more resources here. All right. So, oh my God, this game's going like down to the wire here. All right, putting everything back up again. Actually, let me do this. There we go. That. Okay.
Okay.
I go first, huh?
You go first, yes, sir.
I can't draw any cards, so I'm going to keep the cards in my hand.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 3 cards in my hand.
Okay.
And I know you're waiting for something to get those cards out of my hand. All right, I'm going to activate this Stormtrooper. 3 dice. Oh, that's what I want to see, boys and girls. 2 plus resource and a +2 range, all range. You go. Oh, I don't know there.
Just go ahead and re-roll all of them.
What the fuck? Wait. What was that card? Was that Scramble? Scramble. So it says spot a yellow character, reroll opponent's die. So all of them?
All of them.
You suck ass cheese.
Blank, blank, blank.
Oh, man.
Hope and pray.
Blank, +2.
I'll take it.
Damn. Oh, because you would have been like next to dead over there.
I know.
You have a great deck. I like this. Am I missing something? Claiming does what? Claiming allows you to go first the next turn, and you get an ability on the card, Ruben Me. So whatever the ability is, play an upgrade from your hand, decreasing its cost by 1, but I'm not going to play that. I don't have any other. I do have some upgrades, but I'm not going to play that.
And each player has their own battlefield. At the beginning of the game, you roll off to see whose battlefield that you play on.
Correct.
Berto won, so we are playing with his battlefield.
Correct.
With my battlefield is whoever claims it, their opponent discards, or doesn't discard, what does it say? Yeah, discards the top 2 cards of their deck.
Yeah, it's a milling. So and plus all his milling thing, he's trying to get me out of spending cards here.
Which I have successfully
You
gotten out
have.
of cards.
I only have 3
but
left in my
now
hand.
I have to survive the onslaught that's coming.
Correct. All right, so what do we do here?
So that was it is your turn.
All right, so that was my turn. I'm going to activate this Stormtrooper. Now, this is not active, right?
What's that?
You didn't roll.
I have not rolled.
All right. Oh, there we go. 2 +2, and a 2 range. I'm liking that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a
Don't
resource.
you have another one of those?
No, but I am going to remove this one.
Remove it?
Electroshock. Spot a yellow character
Oh
to
my
remove
God.
die.
How many
showing
cards do you
value
have
of
of
2 or
those?
less.
You have 2 of each,
I have
right?
2 of those. Yes.
Okay. Holy crap. I think he's got like 14 in his deck there. I think he's cheating.
And then
T.O.
It'll be your action.
My action. I'm going to activate my TIE Fighter. Yes. Do you have any more cards in your hand? That's a 3 range with 1 resource. He's rolling it. All right. Oh, 3 shields. Holy crap. All right. I'm going to activate my Jenga because of that ability.
Okay.
So that's what I was hoping for. Okay. All right. I got 1 range plus 1 resource. Now, this is going to be interesting. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That kills her.
3, 4. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yep. Plus
So
2,
3.
plus 2. Does that kill her?
I think that will.
All right, so I'm going. So I did Jengas. Now I'm going to do my actual action. I'm going to spend a resource, 3
So that'll
plus
take
the
care
1 plus the 2 plus the 2. That's 3 shields and sends 5 damage straight through, which she already has 5 damage.
Yep.
It kills Padme. Holy crap!
Good game.
Holy
So
crap!
close.
That was so close. You were milling the crap out of me. Oh my goodness!
If only I had my battlefield.
Yeah. That's and this is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad I didn't take this because I would have gotten half these cards out because this is the card I wanted to get out sooner or later. I need to get another one of these. This helps me get my resources, and then look what he was milling on me here. He kept on milling all of my dice. First order TIE Fighter, promotion, and I had a speeder bike. All these things that help put the damage through. Yeah, it's a little bit of a delay. But everybody's saying good game. I swear I thought you were going to lose that. I thought I was going to lose that too, but I was waiting for him to activate so I can do Jenga's ability. So I kept on using my other guys last, and then as soon as he did that, I saw that this luck, that was a huge luck for me, and that one damage that I got from Jenga in order to put the final stake in the heart there.
Final stake in the heart.
No, like Darth Vader. All right, so that was an interesting game.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's
right.
such a fun little game.
Yeah, I actually like this game a lot. There's a lot of little mechanics that go around, but if you guys understand, it's action, going back and forth. I mean, that's all it. You had an amazing control deck. My thing was damage output. I was all about putting damage, resourcing up, getting my resources, to put more damage through, and then hunkering down to get my shields.
I mean, early on in the game, you were able to force 6 damage through with, Jango and the Stormtrooper really early.
Right. Yeah. And then actually, Sergeant Raven says, can Jango not activate unless your opponent activates? No. I can activate Jango anytime I want, just like another character, but I don't want to because if I wait for him to activate, I get that free activation from Jango. Then I get to do my action.
Yeah, and then immediately next turn, he has the option to attack.
And that's what I was waiting for. So, like, he did that, and I was able to roll the one that I needed. I was counting all the math in my head. I needed one. And then I was able to spend the resource and send all that damage through.
And what I should have done is I should have held my action. But it was kind of that
it's hard.
Hail Mary pass.
Yeah, you had to
right
do
there
something. Yeah. But you were milling, you were changing my dice, you were removing my dice, you had a lot of mechanics out there, but that was a good game. I really actually enjoyed that game. All right, if you guys like what we have here, like I said, take a look at it on Facebook. We're going to start including some Destiny stuff here, but we will start also doing Star Wars. We're actually here at Play It Again in Concord, North Carolina. We actually got a couple games already lined up, already playing X-Wing. Maybe we can get an X-Wing match in here. But we do want to talk. Blake just arrived, so we're probably going to be in the next stream talking about, what are we talking about, Blake?
There's a quad jumper coming.
Blake got all excited about this quad jumper. I know you got excited.
You're not allowed to play Scum. Because you're a
You're
filthy
a
rebel player.
You
play Rebel Scum.
If I give you fat, whoa!
I don't want.
Oh, I got you. Oh, and Blake, I do have your card from last week, the Biggs alternate art, Paul LaRue card that you won fair and square from Joe. I do have it in my bag. I need to give it to you. All right,
Fantastic.
if you like everything, stay tuned for another next stream. Give us about 15, 20 minutes. We'll get this all set up and repositioned so we can do actually talking about that article. And then after that, we get some X-Wing action. And we're here till all midnight. Midnight. We're going to have a lot of night. It's Thanksgiving Eve, 2016. I'm prepping myself all the turkey.
Go get some sweet potato pie.
Oh, and my wife's making that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and I'm gonna give you. Okay, this is gonna be the new Sling Paint recipe section. I'm gonna make sure you guys have a thing called slop. Oh, you know what that is? You ever heard of slop? No, probably not. Well, yeah, you probably heard of the word slop, but this is what we call slop. We grew up on this. It's string bean casserole, but you know how everybody makes it with cream of mushroom,
Yeah.
which is like, you want to puke after
It's a
that.
southern thing.
Yeah, cream of chicken with some
Okay.
bacon.
Okay.
And then frozen onion rings on top. It's cheap as fuck. Canned string beans. You put it all in. You eat it. It's called slop. It goes slop or pop when you put it on your
Sounds
plate.
fantastic.
Mashed potatoes, gravy on top of it. Eat it. It's good.
You know I'm a chef, right?
You are a chef? I didn't know you were a chef.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. All right.
Like
well,
I never talk about that, but yeah.
you are a chef. Ooh, we're gonna. So this is. It's called my backyard homegrown government cheese because I lived on government cheese growing up. And I'm saying government cheese. I'm allowed to say it because I had government cheese growing up. I'm allowed to say it. All right. But anyway. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. All the links and comments below. My list is below if you guys like my list and you want to play it and tweak it. Ruben me says, can I come to your house, Berto? You know what? Might as well. I have a whole bunch of guests last minute that are starting to show up at my house. We're just going to have to figure out, and we'll have to fight for we'll have combat Thanksgiving fight.
I've got to
for
make banana pudding at some point this evening.
Banana at some point, so you might be leaving a little bit early?
Nah, I can make that in 30 minutes.
All right. Thanks, guys. Stay back for tune for another stream. Give us about 15, 20 minutes.
Take care, guys.
All right, hold on. I got to figure out how to do the stream end thing. Stream, and then there.